Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video, and in this video I want to talk about the first hero that I chose to limit break. As a bit of background, this is a subject that many people were interested in when these materials became available. They are the most rare materials that you can give to a 5-star in the game, so obviously there was a lot of discussion around what is the best way to use them. Of course, that brings in the roster dependence aspect. But I've been thinking about this a lot, and it wasn't until the second quest came around that I finally decided to make this decision. So, who did I choose and why? That's a discussion I want to have, so be sure to stick around for the full length because it's not just about what decision I made, it's about why, and I think I have some compelling reasons behind my choice or I would not have made it in the first place. So let's take a look. Before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out. There are no joke thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends, it has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really going to like it. Alright, drum roll here. The first hero that I chose to limit break that you might have seen in some of my war videos if you're looking carefully is Athena. So she's an older hero, you can see from the 2017 family, which, 4 years going on. I think she was one of the very first Heroes of the Month right after Hell, maybe. But 2017, that is old in the standards of this game. Obviously, power creep has increased more dramatically recently, so it hasn't been on the same linear trend the whole time. So I think the differences between, say, 2017 to 2019 or even 2020 maybe might be about the same as 2019 to 2022 or 2020 to 2021. 21 I meant to say before, not 22. So why did I choose Athena? The philosophies about who to use these on seem to oscillate with most people between what is the best blue hero in the game and what are the blue heroes in the game with the most longevity. So as a quick aside before getting into those two, I think the heroes that benefit the most are attackers because their special gets stronger as the stats go up, whereas if you use it on a healer, they're just gaining more defense and more HP, which can be helpful, but their special does not get better, whereas attackers' specials do improve. So between best hero at the time and hero with most longevity, I'm not a fan of the best hero at the time argument. I understand why people are saying it. For example, I was in a line group the other day and the discussion was between limit breaking Costume Leonidas or Falline. And the way I put it was, I feel very confident that Costume Leonidas is the better long-term decision and that Falline is the much better short-term decision. So she will get outclassed in the next 3 to 6 months, and Costume Leonidas will likely be relevant for a long time. So his special does get a bit stronger, and he's more survivable to do a follow-up attack on his own elemental defense down or to be a setup for another strong hero. So that's kind of the way I lean. I think Falline is great, and I've been tempted to limit break her as well. And it's hard to imagine she'll get totally outclassed, but there will be a better yellow hero that comes along. That's the way the game works. So why did I choose Athena? In part because I don't believe in limit breaking the best blue hero at the time. I don't have Frida for that elemental defense down, who would have been a tempting choice for me as well. But Athena has the best defense down in the game. It goes up to minus 65% to 3 for 4 turns. That is really good. Of course, you do have to increase that. It starts at minus 41%, goes up by 4% with each additional hit. But that is massive. And the reason why that's so important is because as defense down increases linearly, damage taken increases exponentially. So some funny stuff happens in the damage calculation when the attack stat starts to become a lot higher than the defensive stat. So if we're lowering their defense, the attack stat is getting much higher. 65% means the attack stat is getting much, much higher, and the damage can get kind of crazy at that point. So she's a really good hero in a lot of aspects of the game. Rating, I use her for farming difficult levels. She's good in the different towers. She's good on Titans. She's basically good everywhere, okay? So that was the first compelling bit of discussion, at least internally for me as I was trying to decide what to do. The other part is, look at her stats now. So this is emblemed for full attack, I believe. We'll take another quick look here. So attack, 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 attack. Yeah, full attack. 922, 803, 1569. So this kind of branches off into a tangential conversation, which is what's the best way to add emblems. There's no right answer. Different people have their different philosophies. Since I use her in so many aspects, I felt that attack was good. Over 800 defense with almost 1600 HP is quite respectable too, so it's not like she's squishy. She was squishy, but she's not anymore. So what did this do to her stats? There's one important comparison I want to make. So remember this, 922, 803, 1569. If we look at Morel, who's also a ranger, also at 19 emblems, also max attack, 900, 803, 1567. So tiny bit more HP, negligible. Defense is exactly equal. Attack is actually 22 higher. Of course, if I limit break Morel, those stats will go up about 60 on attack, 60 on defense, and about 100 on HP. But what I've done with this limit break is I have taken a very, very old hero and made her as strong as a current season highly desirable hero. So we don't have the benefit of the passive, the family bonus, stuff like that. Well, she does have a family bonus, which I'll get to in a second. But she's even stronger than Morel, both in terms of stats, which says a lot, and in terms of the effect that she offers. It's not to all 5, but personally I believe it's better to hit 3 really hard than it is to hit 5 a little bit less hard. Because a hero with 1 HP can still hit you with their full strength. So they're not dead until they're dead. And I'd rather be able to take out one whole side in battle or one whole wave in farming or in the towers than to do, a little bit more damage overall, maybe to 5, and defense down with Morel is only for 3 turns. It's only minus 34. So it's spread out a bit more thin, whereas her impact is much more significant. So that was a big decider. Additionally, this family bonus is quite good. We have increased mana generation, which is always a good thing. It doesn't really matter so much for her on offense because with a level 23 troop, she's charging in 9 tiles. There's not really an advantage to push above that. 8 tiles could be beneficial sometimes, but it's not going to happen with this minor bonus here. But the element link is extremely good, especially if you're looking at an offensive team, whether it be mono or even 3-2. Element link gives all ice allies plus 15% attack and plus 15% defense for 6 turns, and it cannot be dispelled. That is huge. That makes her stats significantly higher than Morel after she fires once, and helps the team in a big way. Morel has no element link, so this isn't really a comparison of just Athena versus Morel, but I thought it was good to draw some parallels there because Morel is such a desirable hero right now. That's a lot of people's choice for Limit Break, which I think is a fine choice. Defense down is always a good skill. But for me, I wanted to stray from that mainstream path a bit more and not just go for the current powerful hero, but try to look at like what heroes are really significant in the game. She is one of those. And can I make her a lot better? Certainly the answer is yes. I mean, these stats are very impressive, and with that element link, it's going up a lot more. So yeah, that was my decision here. I'm very happy with it. I've been using her in raids a lot, basically the same way that I have been all along. There's also that option if I want to add Hell to that team, who is also from the 2017 family, and then I have plus 10% mana generation for the entire team right from the very beginning. So yeah, that is the first hero that I've chosen to Limit Break, and that is my reason why. I think I covered all the key points that I wanted to. I always do, in my opinion, my best videos just kind of talking, and so that's what I'm doing here. So occasionally there's some redundancy, or I lose my train of thought for a second, but that's a better way for me to speak on it, and I think it comes across a lot more natural. And so hopefully this video was helpful in thinking about this subject. People really want you to just tell them who the best heroes are, and I really wish I could do that because, you know, probably the whole reason why I made this channel was to try to pass on things that I knew, share my thoughts, and to try to help teach people to play and enjoy this game more by thinking about it more. But you just can't. If someone has the answer for you and it's simple, it's not a good answer. That's just true in general. Hard decisions or important decisions, things that matter, you have to think about them. So some accidental life advice there, but the same thing is true here. If someone's just giving you a video telling you the best heroes to do, they're just aiming for, you know, views, or just trying to make things simpler than they are, because we all have a desire for that. But I really hope that, you know, my audience, people that watch my videos, understand the more complex nature of this. And that doesn't mean that you're unable to make decisions, but think about it. You know, consider your roster. Think about the points that I'm making. Look at the heroes you have. And I think you'll feel a lot better about that decision. Maybe you don't enjoy playing that way and you want just the prescription of do this, do this, do this. I think you can still get that information from what you've watched here, but let me know what you guys think about that as well, both on the choice of who I chose here and why, and also what you think about, you know, someone just telling you the answer versus empowering you with the tools to think about it and choose the answer that's right for you. I feel very strongly about that way of doing things, but I'm curious how you guys think about that as well. I really enjoy hearing your feedback, so please do share that. That's all I want to say in this video. I'm going to do another video about the other hero that I chose to Limit Break and why. Slightly different reasoning, but I also feel very confident in that decision. And I think, you know, between this video and that, it will give you a lot of ammunition for trying to decide what you want to do with these materials. And I hope you're up to the challenge of thinking about that, knowing that it doesn't necessarily have to be complex, but it does help to weigh these various aspects. So yeah, please hit that like button and subscribe. We've just passed 8,000 subscribers. Next goal is definitely 10,000. I've got some cool announcements coming soon for the channel as well that I'm really excited about, and just continuing to put more work into this. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it as well. So hopefully we can keep that going for a long time to come. So please hit that like button and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Share the video with your alliance mates if you think it'll be helpful for them in thinking about these decisions. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.